Hi, I'm Bart Hanson, the owner and operator of CrushLivePoker.com. The following hand comes from our call-in show that we record at 4:45 p.m. Pacific Time every Monday. If you want to call in your hand, check out the phone number in the description.
All right, cool. I have a no limit hand for you.
Okay.
So this is from California Grand. They run 2-2-3 game.
Okay.
So they run a 3-blind game.
Yep. Okay.
And effective stacks with the main villain is 1,000.
Okay.
The max buy-in for the game is 300.
Okay, so you guys are pretty deep.
We're pretty deep. Yeah.
Yep.
Three limpers to me. I have ace-8 clubs in the cutoff.
Mm-hmm.
I raised to 18. The limpers are under the gun +1, middle position.
Yeah, I got to say, this looks to be just right off the bat a pretty good candidate, I feel like, to overlimp. Once there's three people who've limped in front, I mean, usually the motto, I mean, the games I play in, there isn't a ton of limping, but, I'll play 5-5 while I'm waiting. And I've been playing a lot at Hollywood Park, so it's a 500 cap game, so it's kind of, small and restricted stacks. But once two people have limped in, I usually take the approach of raising in position with the same types of hands that I might raise from like the first two positions with for value, like maybe like 8s or 9s plus, ace queen plus, ace jack suited, king queen, ace 8 of clubs. I would just like to over limp, especially with three limpers, because I mean you make it 18, so it's 6x. I'm assuming that there's a very good chance everyone's going to call. And yeah, you're going to have position, but I mean, ace 8 of clubs, it's just kind of, I think it plays a little bit better as an overlimp. Now, if you want to bomb away and make it 30 or something and try to just take down the limps, obviously you can do that too, but my default here would be to overlimp. But okay, you raise it to 18.
Small blind calls and the three limpers call. So you're right, everyone pretty much calls.
Okay. So small blind calls, all the limpers call. So you're going to see it 5 ways, 4 other people, right? So it's about
and
80.
So there's 95 in the pot.
Or 90, okay. Okay.
And the small blind is the main villain in this hand, and someone I was actively trying to play pots with.
Mm-hmm.
Had been playing with him for a while, felt like he overvalued one per hand and would just bomb away and trying to give his money away, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Flop is ace, jack, 8, rainbow.
Ace, jack, 8, rainbow. So you've got top and bottom.
Correct.
Okay.
Checks to me, I make it 65.
Okay.
Small blind calls, under the gun calls, under the gun +1 calls, middle position folds.
So 3 calls.
Calls.
So it looks like the pot is probably right around maybe 300 or so, just a shy under 300.
Right around 350. So we got 270 plus the 90, so 360.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, because there's 3 people that called. Okay. Go to the turn.
Turn is a 3, and it puts, I believe, 2 diamonds on the board, but pretty much irrelevant.
Okay, so turns at 3 of diamonds, puts a backdoor flush draw out there. I would start to look at what suit, if someone could possibly have backdoor diamonds here, in what position. Obviously, ace X of diamonds, maybe jack X of diamonds. It's less likely, if the 8, it would be less likely that somebody has 8X of diamonds here. But anyways,
and I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember the exact suit of the ace.
Okay.
But it's somewhat irrelevant because the small blind rips it in for 900.
And so the small blind moves all in. I'm assuming that the 2 people in front of you fold.
The under the gun player goes all in for a short stack of about 160 to 175. And then under the gun +1 tanks for 3 minutes before finally folding.
So the pot's going to be 900, 1,075, 1,425, about 900 for you to call. If I did the math out here, 900 plus 175, so 1,075 and 350, 1425, 900 for you to call.
Right.
Boy, this looks a lot like on the turn. Like, so, I mean, it is very relevant. So you're saying you don't remember the distribution of the suits, right?
I don't. This hand was a while. It was a hand I've thought about and asked a lot of different people about, and just wanted to get your opinion on it. I really don't remember the exact suits.
I wouldn't fold. I mean, I'd like to obviously um, graphic do a graphic of this hand for a future video. So probably Pete can put up, like, say for example, let's just put up that the eight is a diamond. So it's ace jack eight rainbow with the eight of diamonds. So it's possible someone can have ace x of diamonds, someone can have jack x of diamonds, and somebody can have Broadway or 9-10 with backdoor diamonds. But the diamond coming on the turn is very relevant because that's what it really smells like to me. I mean, you block pocket eights, right? Pocket
Hmm.
jacks, I guess, is possible. There's got to be some sort of frequency of three betting. I feel like from the small blind when it goes limp limp and you make it 18. I mean, it's possible, and I'm not sure how often he would play it like this. So yeah, there's maybe.
Three betting's pretty rare in the game. A lot of people choose a flat,
Mhm.
like tens and jacks and nines out of the blinds, and see if they can flop a set and
I don't know,
still
man.
get a big pot.
It just seems to me like the other guy in the middle is kind of irrelevant, except he might just have an ace, but I can't make these folds at this level. I mean, I know it's a large bet. You're getting about 1.5 to 1 here, um, but so you need to be good here like 40% of the time, and I would probably call because of that backdoor diamonds. I mean, it's probably pretty close. And again, I don't really see these kind of gross overbets all that much on the turn. So somebody could convince me and say that this is always value, and this guy plays it like this because he's got like pocket jacks or something. I could sort of see that. I'm just saying that I would probably call. Uh, I'd have to have some real background here to make this fold at this level. Some people in the live
Yeah.
chat are saying that this is ace jack plus always at 2-3. It could be. I mean, it's just one of these things where you have to know sometimes what certain things mean at a certain level, and at 2-2-3, it can be a spaz, but it's a big bet. But if you were to ask a lot of high stake players, they would say slam dunk call. Maybe some low stakes guys would be like, well, from this guy, it's always value. I think it's pretty close. I personally would call. What ended up happening?
I ended up folding. I tanked for probably close to 5 minutes in real time. It's
Uh
probably
huh.
the longest decision time-wise, I've ever taken in a hand, and someone actually finally called the clock. Um,
Okay. Again, it helps if the eight of diamonds the board has the eight of diamonds in it because he can have ace x or jack x of diamonds. If
right.
the ace was a diamond on the flop, then it'd be a little bit less likely. But there's still a bunch of combo draws though too. King queen suited, king 10, queen 10, queen 9, and then the pair plus draws that pick up on the turn. So I mean, I could say that there might be as many draws as value hands, even if he plays value hands like this, which would probably
Yeah,
make it lean towards, with the pot odds, a call. I mean, you'd have to do the kind of stove it out, but what ended up happening? You folded.
I folded. The end of the gun just had a draw. The guy who called the 175 and small blind showed ace three offsuit.
Oh yeah, that's another one too that I didn't even realize. What about ace three? That's a crazy overplay. So he turned aces up, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
small
and
blind
I
has ace three. That's a good little hand. So obviously that sticks with you because of the fact that you would have won. I'm assuming, right?
yeah, I was certainly tilted when he turned it over, and then immediately racked up and cashed out. That tilted me even worse.
Yeah.
Um, but it was just one of those hands where I did all the thought process. It didn't make any sense for him to have a huge hand there. Like, why would he just rip 900 into 350 with ace jack, jacks, eights,
Mhm.
threes? I
Mhm.
like threes was the only like real credible hand
Yeah,
that
that's
I
not
could put
how
him
is
on.
three. Yeah, but threes isn't really credible. I mean, it gets
I,
checked to
I
you on the flop.
agree.
The board's ace jack eight. He's gonna check call with pocket threes with
I
three
agree.
people to his left.
It's something, but like I said, he had been doing like really crazy stuff. He was someone I was trying to play a huge pot with. I get in the spots, played a huge pot, and I think
Yeah, I
it
mean, if
was
he's a crazy
more of
guy,
just a monetary decision
if he's
than
a
anything.
crazy guy, right, and you want to play big pots with him because he's nuts, I would snap call. Yeah, I mean, you didn't add
Yeah,
that
he wasn't
history in there, so I mean,
he wasn't crazy. It was just more of like I'd only played for him for about 2 hours, but had seen enough to see where he was overvaluing some like one pair type hands, and like kind of value timing himself. I had certainly not seen anything remotely close to this.
Mm-hmm.
But it's certainly one of those hands that has stuck with me, and just something that I kind of eliminated eights, jacks, and pretty much had him on ace, like specifically ace jack.
Yeah.
Which
Well,
is
thanks,
why I ended up.
Brandon. That's a good one. We'll definitely use that one. Thanks for the call. I appreciate it. Hey, guys, if you like what you've seen here, please click on the subscribe button and you'll get notified every time we put up a new video. And if you want to check out crushlivepoker.com for the first month free, use the code YTA100. Click on the link right there.